welcome to Showtime with me, Aisha. As you all know, in here is all about entertainment. And today we have a very interesting guest for you all. And she's no other but Ummi Baba Ahmed. Ummi Baba Ahmed is a filmmaker, an actor, and also a scriptwriter. And before we meet her, let's go on a quick break. And when we come back, we get to hear from our beautiful Ummi. Don't go anywhere, we'll be right back. Welcome back, guys. Welcome to the welcome on the show, Ummi.
Thank you.
It's good to have you here. You look so pretty as always.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
Okay, so can you tell us when and how did you get into this entertainment industry?
I got into the film industry about 10, 12 years ago.
That's a long time.
Long enough.
Yeah. So, what inspired you to get into this industry?
Well, I grew up in a predominantly broadcasting family. I never thought I would go into broadcasting, but it's entertainment generally, and this is the branch I decided to touch.
So, when you decided that, what was the reaction from families and friends?
The majority were fine with it.
Okay.
Some had mixed feelings, but I'm thinking and hoping that I have their support now.
Oh, okay. So along your career paths, like what are the challenges you faced?
They've been many, and then they haven't been many. In as much as, or rather, what I mean is, it depends on which part of this career. Because I write and I act, and I think the writing pool is quite competitive. And when you have a situation where your producers and your directors can also write, then there isn't much work for you as a scriptwriter or a screenwriter. So that in itself is a challenge. I won't say that I have met a lot of challenges as a female in this industry. It's been as equal as it can get, in our society. But for me personally, I think it is me limiting my acting talent and range to a particular set of characters. I cannot say I want to be the young lady. I cannot say I want to be, because of my culture and my religion, and I have chosen to actively respect that. There is a little bit of handicap with the job that I have chosen, because obviously if, for example, and pardon me, if I'm going to play, the character of there's a particular, sorry about that, but there's a particular way that is supposed to look. And me as an actor, Ummi as an actor is required to look that part. But Ummi as a person will not take that role, because Ummi as a person has placed certain limitations upon herself. So that is a challenge.
Yeah.
So my roles are limited. I'm happy with them, and they do come a lot. They come up a lot. I'm glad about that. Let them keep coming. But my range is limited because of that.
Okay. So take us on your journey through acting. How did it begin? Like, what was your first audition, and when? Like, how was it?
My first audition was on a whim. It was for the second season of a program, and I got up, I went there really early and did the audition. It was good enough, and I was asked to come back, after a little while, to re-audition opposite quite a famous actress then, who was a little younger than me, quite younger than me, by the way. When I was done, I later found out that the role was meant for someone else, and another role had to be created for her, because obviously I took that role.
You took the role at the spot, like you just stole it from her. Okay, so are you married?
Yes, I'm very married with 3 children.
Very married. Okay. Okay, 3 kids. Yeah. So, what can you say if your child decide to follow your career path?
I wouldn't have a problem with it, but then I would have a problem with it because this generation, their level of boldness is unbelievable. So I grew up in a liberal family. My mother and my dad, they never told us what to do, what to read in university, what to do, what job to look for, what to write when we were, going to, sit for our JAM exams and all that. No, they let us take the paths that we wanted to take. And if we got in trouble, the door was always open for us to go and sit down and have that chat with them. So I would want to extend that same love and courtesy to my children. I have 2 girls and a boy. And if, any one of them would want to pursue this, I would let them, if their dad is amenable to it, of course.
Yeah.
I have a 16-year-old and a 14-year-old and a 12-year-old. So right now, I don't think they're set in what they want to do. So, just a couple of days ago, that's the boy, wanted to be a footballer. I'm sure in the next 2 weeks, he would want to be a race car driver. So whatever he wants, let him read his books and become something better.
Yeah. So after all, footballers are making hell of a money right now.
Oh,
so.
If it's football he wants to do, I'm very happy.
Okay, so there's this ideology. It keeps happening. No matter how we try to keep it away, it's just there. The core northern man doesn't see acting as a career. He sees it in a different angle. And between me and you, we know how he sees it. So what can you say about it? What can you say to impact in the mind of upcoming, younger generations that want to act?
Okay, those are 3 questions molded into one. But before I answer any one of them, I want to say I don't want to be anyone's role model.
Oh, really?
No, I really don't. The pressure is too much. I have 3 impressionable ones already in my house, and some days I think I'm a total failure, and some other days I think I'm superwoman, and it becomes a little too much when you think, and the reality of it is that I am influencing people out there, but I don't want to be in a position where I actually am influencing people out there, because I would do things wrong. And I would think they're right for me. And then a young lady somewhere would think, well, if Ummi is doing it, then it's fine for me to do it. And maybe the reality is that it's not fine for her to do it or for him to do it. So I don't want to be anyone's role model. It is unfortunate that I probably am. But if I am, then please take me with a pinch of salt. Your first question is the bias about this acting thing or film industry.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, I believe that there is dignity in labor. No matter what it is, there is dignity in labor, and that dignity is what it is what you make of it. So you can either take it seriously, or it could be trivial and it could be a joke. And you could either respect it, or you could make it, into the most useless thing you've ever tried. So there are people who want to use this acting job as a means to an end. And there are people who are in this acting job for the passion of the craft. Whether you're on this side or on this side, the thing is that we're all acting. So what we need to try and do is not ruin it for the people who are not in it with an ulterior motive. I think that is it. That's for the bias anyway. We're not all bad. That's, the question, we're not all bad. The second question, I think, is advice for the upcoming ones. Just like I said, I don't want to be anyone's role model. I actually have no advice for upcoming actors. What I do want to say is, if it is what you really want to do, then like everything else, you need to give it 100%. Because you can't just walk in with 3% and think the rest will fall in when it needs to.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it goes, this giving it your all is for everything you do. You know, you set a goal, and if you do not work towards getting to that goal, then you're going to remain stagnant. So, you know, in an effort not to remain stagnant, give it 100%.
Is acting and script writing a full-time job for you?
Yes.
So when you're not acting and when you're not script writing, what do you do? Who's Ummi outside?
Okay, I was hoping you wouldn't ask that question, but when I'm not scripting, which I am almost every minute of the day, and when I'm not on set, I am a mother and a wife and a bossy person and a sister and a daughter and a friend.
Okay.
I am also a listening ear to a lot of people. That's where I got the name Auntie Ummi from, because everybody just comes and just, you know, and I love that part about my job. People see me as someone they can actually talk to, and I appreciate the fact that apart from bringing, you know, this much talent that I have to the screen, I'm also, you know, helping on an emotional level this much. I mean, mental health is a very, very important thing for anyone and everyone, you know. So if I can be that listening ear, I mean, it depends on what you want. You either want advice or you want Ummi to listen to you.
Yeah.
My house is open. My chair is, you know, clean enough for you to sit down at any time. So Ummi, the mother, like I said, I have 3 kids. One is 16, one is 14, and one is 12, 2 boys and a girl. As a mother, I'm almost a helicopter mom. I focus on what they do almost 24/7. When I'm on set, I'm calling them. When they're not with me, I'm calling them. It's time for homework, it's time for bed. You guys, I'm not around, you're with your stepmom. Are you behaving yourself? I'm going to call you in the next 5 minutes. Why did you shout at your sister? It's time to say your prayers, you know, and this is what it is. On a normal, I think my day starts at 5 a.m. Obviously, we wake up to pray, and everybody in the house has to wake up. There's always a war, because, you know, they want to sleep in more. They won't sleep late. They won't sleep till late, and they want to wake up late, but you need to go to school. Ummi is also a wife. Do I need to go into that? I'm a wife.
Okay, you mentioned being a boss lady.
Oh, yes.
So are you saying that some of the roles you play on your TV series actually portray who you are in real life? Talking about Halita and the Rishantes. So is that who you are?
So I embodied this woman for almost 4.5 years. And I want to say that I still don't like her. I'll tell you why.
You don't like her?
No, I don't. I'll tell you why.
Okay.
There's a certain part of her character that I and the executive producer, he created this character, and, you know, together we made her into, you know, this larger than life character that she is now. And there's certain aspects of her character that I would love to embody in real life, but I know it is highly impossible. I mean, there's nothing you cannot do, but I think as a human being, I need to respect my limitations and stay, what is it they say, stay in my lane?
Your lane.
Stay in my lane. So if Matilda is driving here, I'm driving here, you know. And there's a certain behavior that she has that I would never have on a normal day.
Yeah.
I think I'm more respectful than Matilda. I think I'm less daring than Matilda. I'm not as powerful as she is, but there's something that knowing her has done to me. It has made me bolder and more assertive as a person.
Yeah.
No, I am not her in real life, but I think if I got the opportunity, I could try, but I still don't like her.
And you still don't like her, but you want to try.
I could try. You know, there's a thing about, you know, they say about people you don't like is that you see certain things in them that you have.
Can you rate the Northern entertainment industry? Like from a scale of 1 to 10?
There's a Northern entertainment industry?
Yes, there is.
Oh, okay. So I get the question you're asking, but I would like to think, in my opinion, that we have a Nigerian film industry, you know. And if I was going to rate the Nigerian film industry, I wouldn't give it a number. But what I would say is we're doing the best we can. And I think with every day when creatives go to bed and wake up, you know, there's always this wish to be better than, you know, you were yesterday. I would like to think that we're always aspiring to be better than we were. When you find, you know, yourself in an industry where it is technologically more advanced than it is creatively, then you have problems coming up here and there. But I think now, you know, with the advent or with the coming in of new opportunities, we're trying to balance our technological advancement and our creative advancement to, you know, bring them to the same level. So I wouldn't give it a number over 10 or over 100 or over 1,000,000. I would say we're getting to the place that we need to be. Yes.
So where is the place you need to be?
I think the place we need to be is not up there competing for Oscars or, you know, what's the other one, the Emmys and all that. No, I think what it is perfecting our stories. Recently, you know, we've started seeing how Hollywood is coming into Africa to, I don't want to use the word appropriate, but that is what is happening. And every time an African-themed movie or an idea, you know, graces the silver screen, you see how Africans clamor to see it. I would love a situation where we did those stories and we said to Hollywood, hello, this is our film. Because it's our story and we didn't make a mistake, would you like to have it? Would you like to watch it? Not the other way around. Because right now it's Hollywood saying, hello, we made a film and it's about, you know, your tradition. Come and see it. And we're running. You know, we want to go and see it. I want the situation to be flipped.
Okay. So how is it shooting a series? Like, you know, I don't know, because you are the actor here, so I can't say for sure. But for me, I feel shooting a series is more tedious than just shooting a movie that could just be like for maybe 2 to 3 hour movie. Yeah?
Well, it is tedious. If it's long running, depending on the episodes that you have, you could shoot a series anywhere from 3 weeks to 4 months.
Really?
Yes. Ideally, if you're going to shoot a movie and you're going to shoot it properly, a movie should take anything from a month to 6 months to shoot, you know, so that you dot your I's, you cross your T's, you know. But we're used to a jungle system here in Nigeria where we can shoot a movie in 4 days, you know, and we have that system down and we're very good at it, don't get me wrong. Because there's so many films that, you know, you watch and you're like, man, did you watch that film? And the film was shot in 5 days. Because we don't have the time, we don't have the budget. And our, you know, superstars and actors need to move to the next set. So 4 days is all you have. And 4 days you use to shoot the film. You know, there's a long-running series right now that is about 80 episodes. It's on, you know, on air. Took us 4 months to shoot. And the Halita you mentioned took us about 3.5 months to shoot. And we went overtime because we weren't done. And Halita was about 120 episodes for the first season. And the second season was the same. So that's about 9 months shooting 240 episodes, you know. And this particular one that is running right now is 80 episodes for the first season and 80 for the second. That's 160. 9 months. It's tedious.
Yes.
It is time consuming, and it is personally one of the best times that, you know,
Oh,
because
really?
yes, you get to bond with people, and you get to know your character better. You get to perfect these characters. And sometimes we're on set and the director could just come like, wait, you guys. So instead of doing this, let's do this. And that is when the excitement comes. You know, you're creating on the fly, and it's beautiful. It's tedious. You get tired. Any job that requires you to mentally and emotionally and physically submit to something that is not your natural being, then obviously is tasking and stressful. But alhamdulillah.
Okay. So do you have anything to say to your fans out there? What do you have to say to them?
Thank you so much for being with me right from the beginning up to now. Obviously, like we all say, we couldn't have done it without you. It will be and will continue to be an honor if you continue to watch my programs.
Okay, so all we have now is our little game for you.
Game?
Yes.
All right then.
Okay, so tell us, what and what can't you leave your house without? What and what must be in your handbag before you leave your house?
Okay, so I don't carry a bag. What I have is a backpack.
Okay.
So in my backpack, I have my notebook where I put all my ideas, because I'm constantly coming up with ideas every 5 seconds of the day. So notebook, pen, my phones, lip balm, that's what, 3? Perfume, I can't do without perfume.
Yeah.
And gum.
Okay, it's 5.
Those are the safest that I can say on air.
Okay, so before this last question, so how do you get into character? Because looking at you, you're more jovial person outside your normal characters on air. You get, you're a more friendly person. Let me say, you're happier outside. So how do you really get into character?
I don't. I don't know. When, you know, immediately the AD says action, we're there.
It just happens.
It just happens.
It's
not magic, but it's just, like I said, for every character that an actor is required to embody, we infuse parts of ourselves into it. So I don't think there are people that would take an hour, 20 minutes, 5 minutes to get into the character. I don't need that much. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. That's a professional.
I hope so.
Thank you so much for being on the show today.
Thank you for having me.
And I must also say, sorry, I don't know. It's actually my show, so I'll keep telling you, you are beautiful.
Oh,
you're very beautiful. Thank you. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed this beautiful episode with Ummi Baba Ahmed. And this is all we have for you today. Don't forget to join us same time next week for a more interesting episode. Until then, it's bye from me and Ummi. Bye.